Look at this amazing view right here, and all this construction going on down here. You gotta love it. New York City, all right? This is one of the most monumental views here that I come out usually during the lunch, my lunch break, whatever, and just enjoy the view, the Brooklyn Bridge right there, One World Trade, and I just observe train station. This is so New York,
Yeah.
But let's take a walk inside.
So if you can, tell us a little bit of what we're about to see right now.
But right
as
now
we're walking in.
we're just gonna go in the office, go in the conference room real quick. This office here, you have a lot of different businesses that, operates here, so it's kind of easy to get services as needed. Here's where I do my masterminds and everything like that. I usually utilize this board to do trainings and stuff like that for my mentees and things of that nature. But put all that aside, like if you're an entrepreneur out there, you want to get into whatever you do. I always say like you need to have like grit. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Everyone wants to do this and do that. Fly here, go to this trip, drive this car, have this house and all that kind of stuff. But do you have what it takes to last? Do you have consistency to stay in whatever you set out, whatever you set out to do? Do you have that consistency to be consistently doing that day in, day out when it's not feeling good, when the money is not there, when the resources is lacking, or your friends and your family or whoever is not supporting you? Do you have what it takes when it comes to things like that? What about if people just don't believe in your vision? You know what I'm saying? Nobody can see you getting that far. What are you going to do then? If you don't have all of that in you to keep pushing you forward, chances are you're not going to succeed. You're going to fall off, right? And think it's the wrong thing and then jump into something else that looks shinier. Well, that's the difference between those who succeed and those who fail. Those who succeed are persistent. They keep going despite the differences. And years looking back of just gradual movement towards your goal. By the way, that's what they call success or succeeding, right? Gradual movements towards your goals. So if your goals are shifting, then what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. So that being
Question. Not to interrupt you, and I do apologize.
It's all good.
Because of the fact that you're spending so much knowledge to us. I want the audience to know where they can reach you at. How can they sit down one-on-one with you or maybe get some work done with you?
Oh, for sure. If you want to get into government contracting space, because that's my specialty, business development and things like that, you can always reach me at my Instagram, Less Means More Consulting, or TikTok, same thing, Less Means More. And you'll find me there, or my website, lessmeansmore.com. That's LESMEANSMORE.com.
And now, I want you to actually finish off what you were saying, because it was actually really important to hear the consistency part. If you don't have the energy for this, you were speaking on that. What do you mean? If you can elaborate more.
No, definitely. You need that consistency, because for me, I'm one of those people. How I got into entrepreneurship. I was making a six-figure salary. At that time, I was a union welder, right? I was an iron worker at that. And I was going to work every day. And, I'm listening to my motivational videos and stuff like that, listening to my Eric Thomas and my Les Brown, Jim Rohn.
That's a good list.
Those guys were pivotal to my personal growth and entrepreneurship. Those guys really inspired me to take a leap of faith so much that I showed up one day and these guys are just speaking and it's just moving me. And then I just really saw myself being successful, because after you hear these stories, I'm like, man, I think I could do that, And it just seemed like something that I felt deep down in my soul, that I know that if I take that step, that I would be one of the successful ones. And at that time, I say, you know what? Man, you could stay at work right now and keep making what you're making. You already know what to expect. You know what I mean? You've been doing this for about a year. Or you can go like find out, right? Take that leap of faith, step into your business, act now, don't waste time. So right there and then, I put down all my welding gear, went upstairs, picked up, went to my foreman, tell him I don't feel too good. And then went downstairs to my sharp store, who's like the big boss. And I told him, I didn't feel like I could do this, and I left. And everybody thought I was crazy, at the time. But I didn't expect them to feel any different because they didn't know the internal language. They weren't there. Only you're there with that internal language that you having, right?
Yeah.
So,
a lot of people don't understand. I hope the audience understood what you just said. It's more of a you thing.
It's a you thing, right? Because only you there talking to you. Only you could see that vision that you see within yourself that's telling you that you could do something. Nobody else is there. So for you to go now to tell it to other people and think they're supposed to see and feel how you're supposed to feel. Because a lot of times you're looking at the better version of you. They haven't met that person yet. You got to get there. So when they see the version of you now, they're like, how does that make sense? You're talking about this, and this is what's in front of me?
It's all about seeing the vision.
Right.
Yeah. And you got to continue to feed yourself when other people don't see it.
Exactly. So I'm telling you, a lot of people watch me from day one, like, yo, what is this guy doing? So it started from, this guy is crazy. It started from a joke, like, how you gonna leave this salary to pursue something in the unknown? And as I go, 1 year, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, all of a sudden, he started getting contracts. All of a sudden, things start to manifest. Then it's like, oh, but wait. Now they're starting to see, and it's like, they see you and like they tuck their hat and stuff like that. Because,
Speak about hats. What is that?
Oh, that's my brother's brand, Mr. Lambert and Company.
Oh, shoot. Where can they reach him at, if you don't mind sharing?
You could go on Instagram, Mr. Lambert and Company. You could find it.
Heck yeah.
All your latest celebrities wear it. This is a jacket from the brand. It's a dope brand.
That's fire. Heck yeah.
Yeah, so we're in the fashion industry heavy as well. We're taking over everything.
That's what contract is about.
Let me tell you something. We're taking over everything. We do business currently with the Port Authority, Metro Transit Authority, Amtrak, and School Construction Authority. That's the public schools in New York City.
And the name of your company, again, for the audience can know. I really want you to continue to say, like, an advertisement for yourself. Because
my construction company is called Lambert Mechanical Inc., right? And the brand to that is Mr. Lambert and Company. It's all geared from my last name, Lambert. So me and my brother kind of team up and we just build businesses around what we're doing.
And is there a separate website for that they can reach you guys at, or is that the one you've been promoting?
Mr. Lambert and Company.
Okay.
If you admire the fashion, go to Mr. Lambert and Company's Instagram. You'll find everything there.
Nice.
We've been in Nordstrom, featured in Nordstrom twice. So all of that. So the brand speaks for itself. You love it or you like it. It's either you love it or you like it.
You don't. You don't.
You don't.
All right, I'm going to end it off. Mr. HBO here. Thank you guys for joining in with us. I look forward to sitting down with this young man and speaking more and learning about him. See you guys. Deuces.